Hey guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So we have got the EZA details for Dokkan Fest Kid Goku here. This is pretty important because of this bad boy right here, the new Dokkan Fest Kid Goku that just came out. Now, this guy is very impressive. To me, it seems as though he just is completely on a different level than all the other TURs. The more I use him, the stronger he feels. He does everything. He makes every unit around him stronger, even if they're not getting this support buff. If you're still able to get this support buff, right? This damage reduction for all, it's just so crazy. This Kid Goku is a monster, right? The problem for Kid Goku is that he does not have enough competent options on his team. Now, to be fair, really, if I'm going through the red zone with a lot of these teams, I feel this way about a lot of these teams, right? Like, AGL Cell's team is not nearly good enough, right? Like, this is a common thing right now, where it's just the 7th anniversary power creep has pushed a lot of characters, like, sort of out of relevance, right? Now, for Kid Goku here, especially him, because these are Exploding Rage, I mean, you never know what characters could get added to this, right? Like, we just got LR Carnival Goku, and then the EZA STR Namek Goku added to Exploding Rage to make it stronger, right? But, like, Dragon Ball Saga and Youth, not exactly categories where it's like, oh, yeah, for sure, we know that we're going to get this buff, and that buff, and this buff, and that buff coming soon, right? Like, these are categories that might not get buffed, so we do really want Kid Goku, this INT Kid Goku, to be very powerful, and even though INT Kid Goku has the same name as this Kid Goku right here, it shouldn't be too much of an issue running them on the team together if this INT Kid Goku is very good. Because I've found this Kid Goku, the physical one, can be very versatile, right? You could kind of maneuver him all over the place. So I feel like it could work a little bit better. Let's go and see. Whereas like, so like for Final Form Cooler, the Tech Final Form Cooler I think is really quite good, but it's like LR Final Form Cooler is pretty much locked into slot 2, right? Like, you pretty much have to put him there. Whereas, like, Kid Goku, you know, you could definitely get away with floating both Kid Gokus. It does work pretty well. But, I mean, I guess in slot 1 can be iffy with this guy sometimes, depending upon what happens. But, I mean, he is able to get a fair amount of damage reduction from Rainbow Orbs, right? All right, so let's go ahead and take a look what we got. By the way, no other EZAs. I was hoping perhaps we could see these two, Master Roshi and Demon King Piccolo EZA. These are the banner units that came out with INT Kid Goku, and we did just see this where Metal Cooler's banner units got their EZA at the same time, right? The Tech Super Saiyan Vegeta and the STR Piccolo, and then also the Cooler's Armor Squadron got their EZA at the same time. So a bit of a bummer, right? That it was only Goku, because it would be such a help for the team if like these guys EZA'd as well. All right, so we got our translations courtesy of the homie Garesh. Let's see what we got here. So Dragon Ball Saga or Youth, Key 3 and 170% of stats. Yeah, because Kid Goku I think was 150% to Youth. Yeah, so Youth is now 170%. Okay. He gets 159% attack and defense at the start of turn. Okay, let me take a look at these stats. Okay, so I think he's going to be like in the 19... His defense is super high. Oh my god, his defense is going to be really high. His attack, I think, is going to be in the 19,000 range. Let me actually see if I can't pull up what exactly his stats are real fast. Because I feel like that actually could be fairly valuable to see, right? Okay, so our boy Kid Goku is right here, 19,555, and he's at basically 13,000. 13,000 is definitely pretty good right there. Okay, so stats are good. So what that means is, you know, when we see a bigger number like this, it's more meaningful, you know, on these EZA TURs where these characters have these big stat lines. So 159% attack and defense start of turn. He gets an additional attack boost up to 59%, more HP remaining greater the attack boost. And then lower the HP remaining the greater the defensive boost. Oh wait, is this a typo? Wait, is this a typo? Is it 159%? No. That's interesting. Okay, yeah. So it's, yeah. Okay. So at full health, he gets an extra 59% attack. But if your health is really low, it becomes he can get up to 159% defense. See, okay, you know, that's good, but you're not just going up against these toughest bosses, right? And the other thing too you have to keep in mind is I know people can still try and cope and say like more matters than just red zone, blah 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 blah. Extreme Super Battle Road enemies are hitting on similar levels to these red zone bosses, right? Like it's just, dude, the game is advanced. That's how it is. You just gotta accept it. Even it's like, oh, start a turn 700k defense does not mean you're safe. So this could be really good if he, you know, also gets something else. Let's see. I do like that it goes up to 100. This is a lot. Like, if your health is really low, which can happen very often, he could have huge defense. Like, imagine you're on a rotation where you enter the turn at, like, 10% HP, and then, like, this guy's on rotation as well, and then you get the, you know, the Whis or Senzu Bean full heal right there, right? Like, that would be crazy. And then this guy would have his defensive buff, too. Interesting. Okay. 2 key, 20% attack and defense at the start of each turn. He only has to do 3 turns now, up to a max of 59%. Prior to his EZA, he was getting 10% from this. Yeah. The 2 key is actually pretty good too. That like, okay. The 2 key is really good actually. The more I think about it, because if we're using him with Dokkan Fest Kid Goku, the physical Kid Goku team, he's going to be getting the support, or he's going to be on a team where a lot of these characters are rocking Incredible Adventure right here, which is, you know, basically like Tournament of Power, 3 key, 7% attack and defense. But the thing about this INT Kid Goku you really can't lose sight of is this right here. He's on a lot of teams. He's in a lot of situations. So, you know, there's many teams you might be running this guy, and you're not going to have access to these other Dragon Ball Saga characters. So then them giving him that is really good. And it's just 2 key. Like, you know, on his second turn, that's going to be 4 key. But just that first turn, he'll only need 4 key to super attack with no links active. I like that. Again, that's solid. Okay. Then he has nice. Okay. Guaranteed additional. That's a high chance to be a super if HP's 59% or above. That's good. That's good right there. He performs a crit when HP's 59% or less. That's for his active skill. That's the reason that's in there. Gets an additional 59% and a guaranteed stun if HP's 59% or below when attacking. So, you fall below 59% HP, and Goku does guaranteed crits. And, if you're below 59% HP, he'll only stun guaranteed once, which could be good for Super Battle Road or Battlefield. That actually could be very handy. But then he also gets the extra attack buff, too. So, okay. The extra attack buff from right here kind of cancels out this right here. So, this Kid Goku will be at his worst if the turn starts and you have, like, 65% HP, right? Because it's like, if you're very close to high HP, he'll have this. Or if you're under 59% HP, he'll then get this. Okay. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Then, his super attack effect, 30% attack and defense for 1 turn, immense damage, and a high chance to stun. So he is getting his 30% defense right there. Okay. So then his active skill is just ultimate damage to the enemy. It is a guaranteed crit, though. Because you can only do it when HP's 59% or less. And when Goku is at that level, he's doing guaranteed crits. That's strong. That is strong. Active skills that are guaranteed crits can be very good. This can be very helpful. Red zone stages. Actually, the thing about Kid Goku's is he doesn't have an HP restriction on this, right? I could hop into the STR Rose Dokkan event right now that has the 1,000,000 damage pads at the start of the map before you get to the fight and use Kid Goku's active skill turn 1, right? Like, huh. Okay, I mean, he's not STR Cooler. I mean, one of the big reasons STR Cooler is as good as he is he's a support that defensive stacks, and then he's got the incredible link set, right? Like that's tough to like just move aside. I do think Cooler is probably quite a bit better than this Goku. Could this Goku be the number 2 EZA-TUR? By the way, I do feel like that's probably going to be a thing moving forward. With a lot of these EZA characters, it's probably not a matter of, oh, are they number 1? But like, oh, do they get to be number 2? Cooler, I mean, could be replaced at any time, but they did a good job with STR Cooler of, like, you know, again, a 50% support unit that stacks. It's going to be hard to, like, pass him up. People underrate how good support really can be, especially in like these really tough stages. Okay, so I feel like this Kid Goku's performance might be similar to like the Tech Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Like, I feel like I'm getting a similar vibe from this guy. This Kid Goku might be better though, because he does have the additional, he does have the active skill with the guaranteed crit. I'm just gonna want to see what his defensive levels are looking like in game before I can make like a true assessment for this Kid Goku. He can get a lot of defense, sure, but it's not like anything groundbreaking, right? But I do think him having the active skill is going to be very powerful. Again, only having an HP restriction with no other restriction is really good, because it means Goku can really help dominate Battlefield, EZA, Super Battle Road, all these types of stages, right? You know, he could be turn 2, turn 1 you take a lot of damage, and then he pops that active skill, and it's like just crazy, right? So I am pretty unsure. I feel like this Kid Goku is sort of in that level with like Metal Cooler, Tech Super Saiyan 4 Goku. The one thing I'll say about this guy though is he's not, this doesn't feel like one of the sort of like roulette characters, right? Like many of these characters, AGL Turles, Evolution Blue Vegeta, Tech Vegito Blue, SCR Rose, SCR Ultimate Gohan, right? A lot of these EZA-TURs are just like you're flipping coins, right? It's like, oh, are we good on this turn or are we okay, right? This Kid Goku is going to be a bit more stable, a bit more consistent, which is why I'll compare him more to like Metal Cooler, Tech Full Power, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, rather than, again, like AGL Turles or SCR Rose or one of those characters. Okay. I think he's good. They definitely could have done more for him, though. I don't know. Just glancing at his kit, I think what I would have done here, I actually think this is all fine. Maybe just make this 50% right here. I feel like that might make a pretty big difference. That would be the one thing, because if he's getting 50% right here and then potentially gets a guaranteed additional and stuff like that. But I mean, this guy's good, right? He's got his crits built in. I do think he can be handy, right? Like if you're gonna fight Full Power Frieza, Wicked Bloodline Full Power Frieza, if you're gonna fight like Bojack, Red Zone Bojack, right? Like these fights, this Kid Goku is absolutely going to be a great option for these fights. This is helpful. I think I am going to actually like this Kid Goku a little bit more than probably a lot of people. I feel like people are going to look at this and think that this guy is like really not that great. But I mean, he does have the additional here, the crits. He has a lot of ways to get just defense, right? As long as he's not going to get hit by a super attack, he should be good. And then, I mean, the other thing too is, you know, let's say he gets, I don't know, 500k defense, 600k defense. You then could get the damage reduction from this Goku as well. So I think that this Kid Goku will be fine. He'll be fine. Somewhere, I think I'll probably like him 3rd, 4th, 5th best EZA-TUR. I think probably somewhere in that realm is what I'm gonna feel like at the end of it. So let me know what you guys think of this Dokkan Fest Kid Goku. He certainly will be helpful, though, because, I mean, there's a lot of bad teams. He's on Revenge and Rapid Growth and all this shit, right? Like, he'll be helpful no matter what. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.